Hi, this is Lee Solden. This is World Languages Live. It's 5 o'clock U.S. Eastern. I'm doing these lectures on teaching Dutch on a daily basis, same time, again, 5 o'clock U.S. Eastern. Um, I'm not going to go over much about my system today. I'm going to go straight into teaching more of what Slash Depover is saying in his video. I just posted the verbiage up to, I don't know, probably 3 or 4 minutes, probably half the video now. Um, so that said, um, so yesterday I left off at 1 minute and 9 seconds. So today, first phrase is English, really, in school. Okay, no translation there for an English speaker. En zelf daarvoor al een beetje. Okay. Een is in, and, zelf, even. Daarvoor means before. And even before, already, al, een, a, beetje. Little. Okay. So in school and even before that, a little. Een, ik. Now, he says ainik here. It's not Dutch per se. This is some West Flanders dialect in here. So it's ain in this particular case means have, right? So if he's saying ain ik means he's have I. Al is already. Redelijk means um, um, reasonably. Okay. So he had already reasonably gehad interesse. Okay, so he reasonably interesse gehad there gehad. So had in Tallinn. Tallinn is languages. So he's saying he already had a reasonable interest in languages. He's saying in school and even before that, I have already a reasonable interest in languages had. Okay. And keeps going on here. And Dutch is en. And the eerste taal, the first language, dat ik eigenlijk, okay, I get my Dutch geared up here, get my G's, okay, eigenlijk, that I actually learned, so eigenlijk means actually, and geleerd is learned, heb, so have learned, was meer open, okay, was, meer, more, op, on, a, natural manier, natural manner, natural manier. Thus, eigentlich, actually, door al splenta. Okay, door means through, then al means all, and splenta means playing. Well, the phrase all playing means while playing. Okay, it's not the only language that uses the term all. You're all doing something to mean in playing or while playing. Okay, So again, the phrase "al splenta" does not match the individual words put together. You got "al," which means already or all, and then you got "splenta," playing. And again, the phrase "al splenta" means while playing. Wise. Wise just means ways. So in playing ways. So while he was playing as a kid, he was picking up language. Okay, doesn't say that yet. Say door is through, and I'll splenta wijze in playing way. Okay, and door interactie, it's interaction, op on internet, on the internet, to gamen, it's gaming, to gaming, gamen, to gamen, muziek, music, te beluisteren, to listen, okay, listen to music, to beluisteren, listen to, okay. Series, bekijken, watching series, en dergelijk. That word dergelijk means and such, like, okay? And backing up, bekijken means to watch, series bekijken. Okay. And they're like that, dergelijk. Een, I get that wrong every time, sorry, en dat begon voornamelijk, and that began, namely, voornamelijk. That's, again, voor is for, namelijk is namely, so altogether, that began namely, or you could say it began above all, te komen, to come, door, that's through, twee is two, that's T-W-E-E, and two in English is T-W-O, so you kind of get the connection. Twee vrienden's friend. Well, you gotta look at that, look at that. V is close to an F, right? V is a V, F, a little harder. But so vrienden, friends, okay? And you kind of see the word, if you realize the V and F are same phonetically, it's just the word friend. And instead of an S on the end is an EN, which how they make the plurals usually, vrienden. Okay, two friends van mij. Okay, van is of, mij, of mine, okay, van mij, okay. So two friends of mine, okay. Ze speelden in de, okay, they played in the, and he stops, he pauses there and changes his wording a little bit. Ze speelden is to play. Ze is they, so they played. Ze speelden in tijdens de speeltijd tezamen. Well, tijdens is while, de means the, speeltijd. Speel is play, and tijd is time. The spell time is playing time. Okay, so during the playing time, tezamen, together. Okay, zamen is together, and anyway, so is tezamen. Anyway, together, tezamen. Okay, so he's talking about two friends who are playing together. Okay, and terwijl. Okay, and terwijl means while. You hear the while in there, right? Terwijl. Ze daten, they, ze, they, dot, that. Again, You got a D instead of a TH because they don't use GHs. So while dated, spraken is bijna. Okay, spraken is speak. Okay, speak, sprak. It's not too far off. So spraken sie, spoke they, bijna, bijna means near. Continue, continue is continuously, okay? Then he says, bijna de hele tijd, okay, nearly, but not bijna, de of hele means whole. You got here, hele, whole, hele tijd, the whole time, in angles, in the English. So in English, so they had two friends that always talked in English, okay? So it says, en ik verstond, and I understood daar, there, I understood there, thus, means thus, niks van, nix is nothing, van is from. So he understood nothing from it, this English that was being talked. His friends, two friends playing together, and they were always talking English, and he had no idea what they were saying. Okay. And then he says, ik kon enkel, ik is I, kon, I could, enkel, only. Nederlands, that's the Dutch language. En een beetje, and a bit, West Vlaams. So he calls his language in his own language. I say West Flanders. He used the word West Vlaanderen earlier, but this time he's calling it West Vlaams. I think it's more to his dialect. Okay. Okay. Das mijn dialect ook. Well, okay, some West Flanders jumped in here. Das is not Dutch. It's part of the Dutch dialect called West Flanders, and it's a contraction of two words, and that is das, because that is DAT. Of course, this guy drops his keys. I have the transcript here. I'm only using ear tuning syllables for like 20 or 25 seconds or so. You're trying to read this and follow him, you see dot in the transcript. A lot of times he doesn't put that dot in there. He says he's 50-50, but maybe he's more like, well, no, I think he's more like 80% dropping the T and dot. Okay, so for him, it's perfectly natural since he uses da for this and is. So das, that is, okay. So that is my dialect is dialect. Ook also. That is also my dialect. Okay. So that's what he knew, his own dialect, and he knew some Dutch. Okay. And yeah, and yes, and is yes. En is and ja is yes. And yes, ik heb das blijven vragen. Okay, ik heb, ik heb, I had, thus, blijven. Blijven means to remain, it can mean to continue, okay? So in this case, he continued, or continuously, if you want to translate that way, vragen, to ask. So blijven vragen, it means remaining asking. So you can translate it as constantly asking, okay? Non-stop asking, okay? Van, of, then he puts parentheses, okay, wat betekent dat woord? And what betekent dat woord? Well, he actually says dot and dot. In this particular case, my transcription says dot in both cases, but anyway, so he's kind of using this and that by putting dot and dot, whatever. Okay, what betekent? Betekent means mean. What is the meaning of? Okay, what betekent? What means that woord? Well, wart is obviously word. And what betekent dat wart? Okay, and you actually uses the T there. Okay. Okay, en op de deur. Okay, and op de deur. Well, that means literally on of time. So this phrase op de deur is over time. And over time, ik, meer en meer, more and more, bij geleerd. Well, by geleerd means learned more. Geleerd means learned, and he uses the by geleerd means learn more. Well, seems redundant. More and more, learn more. Okay, that's the way he talks. Okay, ik heb dan. I have then. Ik heb dan online gegaan. Two consecutive Dutch G's is not the easiest thing for me to do. Gegaan. Okay, so he went on. Gegaan is went. So he went online for met mensen, met is with, mensens people to babbelen, babble, right? So he went to chat. Okay, he went to chat on the internet. Okay, and he tells me, okay, he actually says he kind of reversed this. What really happened was he went on started going online looking for stuff in English. Okay, later he started chatting with people in English a little bit, but he wasn't all that. He was too shy to start chatting right away until he'd looked a lot of English. Then he started babbling along, chatting in English. Okay, but here he says he went online gegaan om met mensen te babbelen en dingen op te zoeken. So in het Engels. Okay. And things, dingen. Well, ding is just thing. They don't have a th, so they use d, ding, thing. En for plural, dingen, things op te zoeken. Op te zoeken. On to search. Op is on. To zoeken is search. In, that's the same word in both languages. In, het is the Engels, the English. A lot of languages, they precede a name of a language by the. In English, we would just say in English. He says in het Engels, in the English. Okay. And then it says ken. Oops, that's another West Flanders thing. Okay, ken. Remember earlier I mentioned that he used N for mean to have. So ken is a shortening of ik and have. So ken is I have. Ken, I have. Verschillende means various, okay, or several. A number of, let's see, okay. So it's just various. So he has various numbers. Well, what's a number? A number, and it means a musical number. Okay. So he had various musical numbers. Laren kennen. Well, remember I told you earlier that phrase Laren kennen means got to know. So Laren is learn, kennen is to know. So learn to know, it just means he learned, he became acquainted with various musical numbers. Okay. And then he says, my muzieksmaak. It's a compound word. Music. Smaak is taste. So his musical taste. Mijn muzieksmaak, that's I, ook also, op die manier, on this manner, die is this, in this case, on this manner, op die manier, ontwikkeld. 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 That means developed. Okay, ontwikkeld. Can't. How do I relate that to? How do I relate that to English? I don't know. Not a really great way to do it, I guess. Ontwikkeld. Okay. So naar means to, like, okay, so something's moving. So his musical taste is moving toward naar what is what. They don't use a H. Of course, in English it's silent anyway, so they're saving some ink there, aren't they? What I knew now. Well, it saves more ink. We've got NOW and they got NU. That's only 2 letters, so that saves more ink. What I now graag means happily. Okay, beluisteren. Beluisteren. Okay, beluisteren. Okay. It's beluisteren, and okay, it ends right there. Okay, I'm having trouble seeing this. So beluisteren means to listen to. Okay, so his music taste came into what it is now from all of his searching for stuff in English. And what did he end up? So what did he end up liking? Well, n and dot that is alternative. He's not sure if he says alternative in English, alternative in Dutch here, about the same, but okay. Rock. So what his musical taste is alternative rock. Okay. And achterna, okay, and achter means achterna means after, okay. Achter means like behind or past, like, you know, something's situated behind something. Well, is it not past something? Okay. Then na is after, so after na altogether is still after. Okay, and after door de jaren. Okay, door is through, the years, de jaren, jaar is year, en makes it plural. Heen means to go, basically, go to. So when you see it in this phrase, door de jaren heen means through the years. And after that, through the years, door de jaren heen. We don't need the heen in English because I already got through the years, right? So he's saying going through the years by putting that heen in there, okay? Heb ik ook. Heb is have, ik, I, ook, also. That's the German auch, ook. Okay. Een keer geprobeerd. Say, I have also un keer means time or turn. So he took a turn at a turn at or a time. Geprobeerd is to try. Well, if somebody's probing something, aren't they? They're often checking something, right? Okay. So okay, like in a basketball game, the offense is trying to probe the defense, right? They're trying to test it. Well, anyway, they're trying to see what works. So geprobeerd means to try. Okay. Om braille te leren. Okay. Om is for. It can mean various other things like around, about. So in this case, probably